What's good, Stopde Nation? It is Stopde here, and we're going to look at some of the new features that got going on in the game. We were going to do this yesterday, but my game wasn't really working for me, but we're back today. We're going to look at it because it is one of my favorite updates so far on FIFA Mobile. So many cool features came to the game, so many awesome things that I'm excited to sort of show you some of the things that we found, all of those kind of things, and then basically just let you know some of the new things. We talked about earlier in the week, you know, SBCs are coming, all of these things. They're obviously not out in the game yet. If you watched Boy's video, he talked about how all these features were coming first, and then those will still come at a later date, so they should still be here soon, but we don't have them. I'm super excited though. When that comes, this is going to be like an unreal game. There's been such progress with this game this season, and a huge shout out to the FIFA Mobile team for all the work they've been putting into this one. They really are taking this game. Mobile is taking over. This is going to be like the next big thing right now. It is so much fun in a lot of these features. I've been having a lot of fun with the campaign mode challenge we've been doing. A lot of these new features though really taking this game to the next level, so big shout out to them. Big props goes out to the whole FIFA Mobile team for putting this together, because really, like, you know, some of these things have been things we've been asking for, we've been waiting for a long time, and obviously they've come and they've delivered, and in a lot of cases things are even like cooler than I actually thought they were going to be. So we're going to look at some of the features that they have in here, some of the, you know, just the cool ones, and some of the ones that are just like, you know, nice to have sort of things that they've added into the game. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go into the team and we're going to talk about the ranking of players. Now unfortunately my audio on my computer, this computer. I like, oh man. Okay, so I love the FIFA Mobile update. I do not love what's going on with my computer right now, so I ended up having to pre-record this. Luckily, the footage is still there because, yeah, we rank an icon Michael Owen card, and to miss that would be sad. But we're going to talk about the transferring of ranking players. We're going to talk about all those different things, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some of the other features they got going on. Alright, so we're going to jump into this screen right here. We're going to show you about how you can lock the cards so you can't use them accidentally, how you can transfer ranks from one player to another. So if you go in here, Fernando Torres, we can lock him. So it still allows you to put them in. It's just going to give you a warning that says, do you really want to do this? You're going to have to unlock the player if you want to use it. So no more making that mistake of, you know, putting a player in if you don't want to actually rank them. The other cool thing about this is you can actually transfer ranks from one player to another. So we're happy with using Fernando Torres. We want Fernando Torres, but I really wanted this Michael Owen card as a ranked card. So I didn't have the duplicate Owen, which means you know, at that point I couldn't actually do it. But you can also see if I go in here, you get that reduced coin from it as well. So only 500,000. You basically get half price for putting Hullet in there. And then when we go to put Fernando Torres in, it gives us this option. It says, do you really want to do this? So we put Fernando Torres in, and you'll actually notice that Michael Owen is not at 100 overall according to like the training XP at the bottom. He actually will become 100 overall and rank though, so that's really cool. You can transfer as many ranks as you want from one player to the next. You just can't transfer ranks from one ranked player to another ranked player. But when we look at this one here, we're gonna put this Fernando Torres in. I know it's 3.4 million coins, but I really want to show you this. I really want to see a ranked Michael Owen card, so we'll take it. We do get a 4 million coin discount, so it was gonna cost us like 10 million, so a little bit better of a deal on this one. So we're gonna go into here, and basically what we're gonna do, once we put this Fernando Torres card in, it's going to boost up this Michael Owen card to 100 overall, and it's going to rank it, which is an awesome feature here. It's going to ask us if we want to confirm it, so obviously it's risky, but we're going to do it, and we can see that beautiful 100 overall ranked Michael Owen card. It changes the card art on it, has this awesome card, so really like this feature of being able to transfer one ranked player to another ranked player, and still giving us that opportunity to rank that Michael Owen card up. The really cool thing about this too is what this actually allows you to do now is you can really build the team your way. So, you know, if you run into this issue where you're like, okay, like I don't have the players I need, or I ranked up Michael Owen now, but you know, later down the road, maybe I want to go in and I want to put like a Lacazette. I want to do my full Arsenal theme team. And I want to build out that squad, but back when I was ranking players, maybe I didn't have the players I wanted, or maybe a new player comes along, something like that. You can actually go in and transfer that rank. So it's going to cost you some coins, but you can see here, we'll go in, we'll put Lacazette in the team, and we still have that opportunity. First, obviously, we've got to switch Michael Owen out, but we'll still have that opportunity when we go into here to train him up and to put Michael Owen in. It's going to be a discounted price, still 3 million coins to do it, but you do have that option to rank up Lacazette. So we'll get a ranked up Lacazette just from doing that. So very cool feature. Love this ability to transfer ranks, but let's go look at just some other features that they got going on in the game. Alright, so the other thing you have here in this one is if you go into your skill boost, you can see that the skill boost before, remember how the skill boost just showed you the players that were on the team, and now they actually show you the reserves as well, which is an awesome feature because this basically allows you to be like, hey, you know what, I really want to know like what bench players I could put into the team. I want to make a really like, you know, a strong marking team. Which players are going to be benefited by that? Which players are going to have that? So really cool there. It shows, you know, okay, from your highest overall, now we could look at, okay, what's the one that we have all the highest levels of, and then check out what players will actually be ranked. So like the physical boost, we got so many players that are going to be boosted by that physical boost, and so on. The other thing you can do is you can look at this and talk about players affected. So here, it's mainly the players affected on your main lineup, but you can see how many are affected on the main lineup, and then how many will be affected on the reserve bench as well. So you know, you put together a full team of marking boosts. Just focus on building up some of those skill boosts if you're going through that as well. So a very cool feature there. Definitely like to see that, and definitely happy about that. The other thing too, like passing. If I'm like, do I really want to boost up passing? I can see all the players that would be affected on my bench if I boost up passing. That's a big one because before, you know, you'd only see the players on, but none of the players on my team would be on these like low, you know, low boosted ones. Otherwise, I probably would have boosted them up. So I'd be like, okay, which goalkeepers will be boosted by the goalkeeper positioning? Oh, these are all the goalkeepers that will be boosted by the goalkeeper positioning. So a very cool feature with that. Love that they're showing the reserve bench as well on that one. Again, the lock feature, another cool one that you got going on there. And the other thing, if we go into the main screen now, so that's kind of the big features that have changed on the team menu. In here in the inbox, this one is really cool. I don't know if you've seen this before. I'm pretty sure like this was not there before, but you can actually go and view the members and the leagues that they're asking you to join, and you can join right from there. You can see what their location is, you can see what their average overall is, their average level is, everything like that. You can go directly to the leaderboard from there and just check out what's going on in that one. So really cool. Obviously, they've also made some changes to the leaderboard. It's now a fame-based system, which is cool too, because you can be like, okay, you know, teams in front of you, you can actually bring them down. It basically works the same way as Verse Attack works on that one, and then it takes you back to the screen. So you don't have to go and like look up the team, like who's on the team, you know, what kind of things about the team. If you get invites, you just know, okay, this is the team. A lot of times, this actually happens to me all the time. People invite me to, you know, Stopde's Nation or something like that, and I'm like, oh, that's the Stopde's Nation that I'm a part of, and then I'll be like, oh, wait, that's not the right one. You know, so if people are, you know, if there's other leagues, or you're like, oh, I just got invited to the top league, you can actually check, is it the top league, or one of the 20 other leagues that has the same name? So you can actually look at which league is giving you the invite and everything like that. So another cool feature with that one. The other thing is the leagues in general have had a little bit of an update here. I actually think this is really cool. It shows you who you're playing against in the league. It actually inspired me to play in it. I was like, you know, having some fun playing in the championship, and that. So I think that's really cool. The layout of this, I really like the new layout of the league versus league stuff. It shows you the tournament. Everything is very clear, laid out for you. You know, they've changed how it works when you see people's conversation and stuff like that as well. So very cool features in that one in terms of like the layout and everything that they got going on there. The other thing that's really cool. So I'm gonna go back to the team for a second. If I bring up my formations, if I bring up a formation, you can actually click on the players in this one, and if I click on them, I bring up their stats. You can actually see the stats of the players just from clicking on in each of the different formations. So I don't actually have to go through and look, okay, I'm in 3-5-2, but maybe I want to do 3-4-3 diamond, but not sure what Messi's stats will look like. Oh, I can see the stats by clicking on them. So really cool on there, but even cooler than that is, if you know how you're always like, I really, really wish I knew what the stats on Smoothie's team was. Well, we can do that now. As we go into here, we can look at the previous leaders. So the previous leaderboard here, Smoothie was in second. He's got himself this 157 overall team. We want to see, like, why are they there? What kind of things, what kind of ranks does he have, everything like that. We can go in here and we can actually see. He's ranked his shot power 1. He's ranked Sanchez 3 times. These are all the stats that Sanchez will have and everything like that. So you can actually go in and really look specifically at the player. He's ranked goalkeeper diving once. You know, you get an idea of what the top players are doing, who they're ranking, all of those different things in that one. So a very, very cool feature there to be able to actually see the stats and everything like that right in the game. I know you can go to FUT, I know you can go to FIFA Render and stuff, but to be able to see it right in the game is really awesome. You know, keeps it all in one place. And that brings us to the other thing that is very cool and very new in this game. So first of all, this is new, just how it's laid out, but if we go into the market, you actually have the ability now to search by a whole bunch of different things. So one thing you can search by, league, you can search by team, and those are separate. Now before you could actually had to kind of go through both to search it. Now you can do league separately from team. You can also search by position, quality. Those are all the same, but the new ones we got on the bottom here, you can search by nation. So when we were doing those icon builders and everything like that, and you couldn't find the Nigerian players, you can actually go in and just select them. If you want the Argentinian players to try and get that Maradona, you can put it in, you can get the Argentinian players. Now what's also cool about this is the skill boost. Probably my favorite thing is the skill boost, because it actually shows you how much the players are going to be boosted by. So if I go in here, it's going to show, okay, these are all the ones that have a 12 plus 12 boost. So if I go into here and I'm like, I want just the best players, the ones I already have boosted, I'll go in here and it's going to put just those skill boosts on. So I know that if I want to put in like an 80 overall player, every single one of these 80 overall players will be boosted up to a 92 just from the fact that they have that skill boost. So a cool feature there with the skill boost. Definitely allow you to, like, a lot easier to make, hey, you got one skill boost you want to build around, you can build it in the auction house. So love that feature, love the skill boost feature, love the fact that they actually show you which skill boost, how high the overall is when you're going through, and kind of have to go back and forth between all of that. But some very cool features with the auction house there. So that's what's going on with the auction house. Some very new things in the auction house to kind of help you to filter everything and everything like that. Now the last thing that we got going on, the gameplay had a little bit of an adjustment. I know a lot of people have been like, not the biggest fan of the gameplay. I actually kind of like it. It is a bit faster. The players that are going through it, you know, it's not quite the same as it was. A little bit different camera angles at different points. But I think that all in all, I'm actually a bigger fan of this gameplay. And you know what, this happens every time. You have something that's slightly different, and then when you try and do it, you're like, okay, this is not easy anymore. This is not what I'm used to, because we get so used to it, especially in Verse Attack. You're playing the same thing over and over again. You get very, like, you know, tuned, you know, that muscle memory stuff is like, okay, I know what I'm doing. And then once it changes, you got to readjust to it. But I actually think there's a lot more opportunity. I actually kind of like the corners better in this case, especially if you're tapping. If you're going with the swipe method, it's probably a bit more difficult, but tapping on the corner actually works out a lot better for us. So if we have the opportunity, we'll definitely show you that, give you an idea of what I mean by that. But our first matchup here, we're going to go into this, show you the gameplay. Again, another new feature is just like the different look on that screen. It's much further, much clearer on that part. So if we go into it, you can see it seems like the camera angle may be a little bit more tilted down, but hard to tell fully there as Petit goes in. He gets tripped up a little bit, so our free kick looks a little bit different. It looks like we got actually a bit of a better angle there, being able to see a lot more of the net from there. But here we go, Michael Owen coming in, our new ranked card, does his rainbow flick. Wow, the defense was on him, but he puts in the ball. It seems a bit brighter too. Maybe I just picked a different thing that I'm not used to being on. But here we go, Bale. Hopefully we can get one corner in this one as well. But I kind of feel like I'm seeing a little bit more of the goal, a little bit more of what's going on there. And I do think that it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, because you're not used to this format of it. But you know, at the same time, it is kind of nice how they have it laid out here. So again, oh, there you go, Depay. Oh, that was a bad header. That did not go in there, but here we go. Bring it in. They got 4. We got 4. Take the shot. Oh man, the crossbar again. But let's be fair, I hit the crossbar all the time in the old update too, so that didn't really change anything. Here we go, Michael Owen from far out puts it in. Nice goal from Michael Owen. They're putting in 6. What I really want to happen though, even if it actually gets us the loss, is I want to try and get ourselves a corner. So here we go, another nice goal. 21 seconds. They're scoring some good goals here too. Michael Owen again. There you go. Okay, we got the corner. So on the corner, you can see we got a much more over top view. Now, what you want to do on a corner is exactly what we just did there. Give it a second for the ball to be in the air until your player actually gets in front. Once your player gets in front of the other player, you're actually going to be able to step in front and get the header. So before you start swiping, that's when you're going to want to do it. So you tap on there near where your players are, and then you wait for your player to muscle his way out front, and then you start swiping. That's definitely going to help you out with that one. So there you go. They played amazing. A huge shot. That was a huge victory. 9-8. I'm not too disappointed by that match. They definitely played well. We're deserving. They only missed 2 opportunities on that one, and they definitely capitalized on the amount of chances that they had. But so there is some change with the gameplay. I don't mind them. I think they actually work pretty well with this one. But it definitely will take a little bit of getting used to. It reminds me a little bit more of the campaign, and it's quicker. It's a lot quicker in my mind to get into that match. It seems a lot more smoother, and I think it's only improving from there. So yeah, a little bit different, but in my opinion, I do think that that once you get used to this gameplay, we're going to enjoy it a lot more. But anyways, thank you for checking this out, and thank you for stopping by. Again, a big shout out to the FIFA Mobile team for this update. I'm super excited for this, super excited for the SBCs and all the videos that we got coming soon for you. Thank you for checking this out and stopping by. It's been a pleasure as always. Stopde out.